Education experts across the nation continue to recognize Oklahoma's early childhood education as the very best.
We've been hearing that for years. Since the legislature approved universal pre-K back in 1998, experts have been touting our early childhood education system as tops in the country.
So why is it that over roughly that same period, we have seen the math and reading scores of our fourth graders sink below the national average? It just doesn't make sense. So tonight, our Oklahoma Impact team tries to sort it out.
What are some other animals that you can think of that have feathers?
Any pre-K teacher in Oklahoma will tell you the impact of enrolling a child in their class.
The children that attend pre-K tend to be more successful in kindergarten.
And kindergarten teachers will tell you how universal pre-K has helped kids who wouldn't have had preschool otherwise.
They come in knowing so much more. There aren't the big haves and have-nots.
Those observations are backed up by studies like this one done by Georgetown University 6 years ago in Tulsa, which showed 4-year-olds who went through pre-K scored 50% higher on their pre-reading skills than 4-year-olds who didn't have pre-K.
Ran across the street.
Beatrice Santillan's third-grade daughter went through pre-K and yet now needs tutoring and every bit of help her mother can give her to keep up.
Yes, because sometimes she has problems with reading.
She's not alone. In Tulsa Public Schools, the most recent state report card showed 45% of fourth graders reading below grade level. In Oklahoma City Public Schools, it's 54%.
Do those numbers bother you?
Absolutely. Those numbers haunt me.
They haunt Oklahoma City Superintendent Carl Springer because he and other educators know that with kids who aren't reading at grade level at the end of third grade, there's a 50-50 chance they'll drop out of school or worse. In California, they determine the number of prison beds the state will need in the future based on the number of kids who can't read at the end of third grade. So how does the state, with supposedly the best program for getting young kids ready to learn, have so many older students falling behind? Some feel it's because the teachers' union has been able to make teachers the center of attention rather than students.
Yes, we're very successful in pre-kindergarten, but there is a breakdown, and the breakdown, to me, is pretty simple. We focus on adults and not students.
The incoming state superintendent says we'll only get the benefit of pre-K when K through 12 teachers are told it's okay to focus on the individual needs of their students.
We need to free them up and give them the autonomy to use the skills that they have to reach those children and to differentiate teaching and learning to a child's learning styles.
Porque los papás no hablan inglés.
Hispanic parents like Beatrice acknowledge the increase in their numbers could also be contributing to lagging student achievement.
Y ellos no pueden.
A lot of the parents don't understand English, don't know how to read, and can't help the kids with their homework or their reading at home, so that's why a lot of them struggle.
One more possible reason universal pre-K is not producing better test scores is that it's not really universal. Lack of space for new classrooms and lack of funding for materials mean about 30% of Oklahoma 4-year-olds are currently not getting the benefit of preschool. In Oklahoma City, it's closer to 40%.
We now have a plan to expand our program by about 30 teachers every year for the next 4 years.
Many believe once pre-K truly is universal, available to all 4-year-olds in Oklahoma, we will see an improvement in test scores. Others feel even that won't negate the shortcomings of our K through 12 system. Those have to be addressed. Reform is needed before we'll see test scores go up. All agree the scores would be worse if we didn't have the early childhood system that we do. For Oklahoma Impact, I'm Alex Cameron.